Mean Girls, one of the most popular coming-of-age comedies ever, is definitely one of a kind. But most movies cannot escape the grasp of common conventions, and Mean Girls is certainly one of them. So today I'll be sorting through some of the cliches that are found in the movie. But wait! If you haven't watched Mean Girls, then stop what you're doing and watch that instead. This analyst will contain spoilers, so here's your one and only warning. First, before we get in the movie itself, let's talk about some of the conventions and the characters. So we have the main protagonist, Cady Heron. She is portrayed as this adorable fish out of water, who is absolutely head over heels in love with Aaron Samuels. Her dorky nature is common in teen protagonists, as it's considered relatable. Next we have Gretchen Wieners. During the movie, Gretchen is an extreme pushover to Regina. She seems to rely on having someone to tell her what to do. Even after the Plastics break up, she joins a new Queen Bee. Regina's second minion is a classic example of Cloud Cuckoo Lander, Karen Smith. She's the blonde, brainless bimbo we see too much. As a good source for comic relief, she's kept in the movie mostly for jokes instead of moving the actual plotline. Finally, we have the main antagonist, Regina George, a typical Queen Bee which only has power with followers. She knows this, of course, and although she isn't exactly the smartest in school, she definitely gets an A+ in social standing. She's similar to the alpha bitches such as Madison from The Duff, Penny Lent from Sky High, and Taffeta Mud and Fudge from Wreck-It Ralph. Okay, let's play Find That Common Convention. I'll play a clip and you guess what the convention is in that scene. The main in-your-face convention of this scene was the gigantic mansion that Regina lives in. You can't be popular if you aren't rich, of course. This trope is seen in Bratz the movie with Meredith's giant house, and again in High School Musical 2 with Sharpay's fabulous house. Alrighty, next one.
Wow. Thanks. Well, half the people in this room are mad at me, and the other half only like me because they think I pushed somebody in front of a bus. So that's not good.
Here we have the tear-breaking teenage realization speech that just so happens to fall on prom. Cady lets out this inspirational speech that's been repeated in multiple movies, like Bianca's realization that she likes who she is in The Duff, and Josie's prom speech in Never Been Kissed. Next!
It was not enough. Somehow the word had gotten out about my small get-together.
Have your parents ever not trusted you home alone for the weekend because you might throw a party? Well, you can blame this trope for that. Having teenage parties while your parents are away are a very common convention in coming-of-age movies, even in animation, like in Big Mouth, and they're playing Party There, or the short stop at a party in Easy A. Alrighty.
Waddell on South Boulevard? Caller ID. Not when you connect from information. Hello? Hello, may I please speak to Taylor Waddell?
She's not home yet. Who's calling?
Oh, this is Susan from Planned Parenthood. I have her test results. If you could have her give me a call as soon as she can. It's urgent. Thank you.
Fainting for effect seems like a low-level punch comedy, but it's used so often. There are countless movies in which a person definitely has some sort of issue if they faint like that. All I want to show for example here is a whopping 7 comedic faints in Sleepy Hollow. Okay, enough of that. Let's have a look at the common storyline found in coming-of-age movies. Usually in a comedy coming-of-age movie you'll have the protagonist goes to the next grade of school or starts a new school. They make friends with other adorkables.
My name's Twilight. I'm Fluttershy.
They find out about the popular group.
Who are they? The Cullens. They're, Dr. and Mrs. Cullen's foster kids. They moved down here from Alaska, like, a few years ago. They kind of keep to themselves.
They realize they need to take down that group.
Free the peak! Free the peak! Free the peak! Free the peak! Free the peak!
The main character starts to give up, but the friends keep them strong.
I hurt my family. You lost your job anyway. I did it for nothing.
No, not for nothing, baby. Nobody has ever done anything like that for me before.
You were right, Johnny. You can't win no matter what you do.
They take down the group.
No, I did.
they realise that all they needed the entire movie was their friends.
Can we make out now?
Yeah.
I like boys with strong convictions and convicts with perfect diction, underdogs with good intentions, amputees with stamp collections. I like boys that like their mothers, and I have a thing for
Hey, you know, you could go into early labor sucking face like that.
We're not lovers.
So that's a rough coming-of-age plotline, with each movie skewing off a bit. Every movie tries to escape conventions the best they can, but in the end there's always going to be quite a few. It doesn't make a movie bad though, as conventions keep the movie genre consistent, and without it you wouldn't have anything to base your plotline off. Some movies can even use this to their advantage and create satires off the tropes like Not Another Teen Movie.